Hi guys, I've been away for a bit, but I wanted to bring you another unboxing slash build video where we'll be doing these Kurnoth Hunters. And we'll actually be assembling them in 3 different styles. The Kurnoth Scythe, the Kurnoth Greatsword, and the Kurnoth Great Bow. These are for my wife's Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry team, or Warband, and she wanted one of each. So I'm going to bring those out, document each section. And I'm actually trying out a new audio today, so hopefully this sounds a bit better for you guys. And let's get right into it. So, with everything unboxing, or not unboxing, but building wise for Warhammer, we have our essential tools. I like my Hobbytown Maxicure, that's super glue basically. Cryolate, but it works really well. It's very fast, strong bond. Citadel plastic glue is always good because it basically melts the plastic together. Citadel shears. Now these Hobbytown files that I really like, and some tweezers if we need to hold something. Okay, so here's the sprue. We have, looks like this has the Scythe and the Greatsword in it. Has a lot of cool little pieces with bows and like spirit bugs. So it's gonna be really, I'm actually really excited to kind of build these. It's gonna be a different thing than my Saurus Warriors and all the dinosaurs. I mean, I love dinosaurs, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be fun to do something different. Can I reinvigorate the passion of the hobby a little bit? So there's all the sprue. It's pretty spaced open. It doesn't look like there's too many spots where I have to file down too much, so that's kind of exciting. Because I've been noticing that sometimes my filing's a little harsh, so I might get some leftover marks. We got the bases. So here we have the first pieces of a Kurnoth Huntmaster, and I will be doing the Kurnoth Scythe mode, but we have the first steps right here. So we're going to get this piece, basically have the heart of him facing that way, and this is back, so it should fit in, fit in like that. Okay, I see how it fits in. Alright, just like that. Very nice and even in there, so let's get that plastic glue out. Always try to dry fit your stuff a little first, just that way you have that fit. Because if you don't, you're going to waste a lot of glue time just trying to get it in there. So, put a little glue, put a little glue right there, go right there on the edges. Alright, we're going to turn that back around, put the piece in, just like that. So you have this beating kind of heart look to it, and this 2-piece should go on, pretty naturally. But I still got a little bit of shaving to file away on that one. I realize, and actually it's a good example. I can use one of my new tools I really like, is this little rounded. Just shave it down. Be gentle is a lesson I'm learning in this filing process. Because you can also use like the scalpel edge as well. But these files really get away the stuff and it smooths it down. But like I said, sometimes it's just too rough on that plastic. I did not do this one very well, I realize. Oh, I even got a little sprue left on there. For shame, Sean. So it's really tough getting in there. You don't want to like break the metal. Again, this is why I really like this rounded one, because I can just like rub it in there. Comes out much smoother than you think. So I blow on a little bit just to get away that excess debris. Go back to shaving down. Looks like we got it. This side a little bit more, a little bit more. Alright. There we go. So now, oh, wrong glue. And take it, go on. It should match around, so be sparing with the glue because it doesn't take much. And boom, chest fits in. And you don't want to press it in a little bit, because that way that glue forms that bond, and you'll get rid of a lot of those seams that end up showing where like the glue or the model piece was. So we got the chest, or you can see like the mushrooms and all that. In retrospect, I just realized it's going to be hard to paint that internal sleeve. So I'm definitely going to do the internal like dark oak part or dark gray part first. Because then the rest of it I can at least paint that front one pretty easy, but like the front heart part, but inside's going to be kind of a jerk. So beautiful models, GW, but way to make it tough on the painter. Alright, next part, it's going to be this guy's first leg. So we have that piece, followed by its leg piece, which kind of has this action right there. So it actually has a spot it goes in. You can see the little piece, and then the leg. So let's start with that leg piece, a little dab right there. And we will connect it, just like that. Fits in really nice, I'll give him that. It fits in real nice. So that's the part of the leg where it connects to the ground, and then this part goes right on top. Oh wow, almost seamless. Almost. So put that on there, and then just push that in, so that way you can hopefully get rid of those seams that we did see. I said almost seamless, but not. That's first leg. Right, so we're going to basically attach his butt now. I say that so unflatteringly because, I mean, that's kind of like what it looks like. So it's basically on the back. Kabonk. And the badonkadonk. And then we're going to attach his leg right after that. Now that one's still kind of gluing, so it might be a little, but be very careful. Place it in. Dot there. Fits in very nicely. So push it in, hold, and it's going to start to form. So you're already seeing the body form. And for like the other guys, I won't do as much, showing the middle process, but that way you guys see as it builds up, how each piece connects and all that. So now we're going to do the other leg, and then this one fits in pretty much just as nicely, it looks like. So we'll get the front part down first. So we want a dry fit. Oh, swap. Looks like it goes in like that. Maybe. Hold on. So it shows the image like this. And like that. Oh, like that. Okay. Okay. See? Using references is always good. There we go. Just gonna glue in. Very nice, very nice. Now we should get the leg right after that, or the top part of the leg. That's gonna fit in. Oh, upside down, of course. It'll fit in just like that. And you know what? And we can transition while that's still gluing. It's not too bad. Put that little bit of glue right there. Pushing it on the leg. So stand up like that. Oh, well, he'll stand up. Does have his base on him. Just like that. Alright, so we let the legs dry because you always want to make sure that it's a solid stance. It's a little wobbly, but it's a little bit top heavy. We cut out the rest of the pieces, and we're going to work on now the finishing touches. So first thing, we're going to get this headpiece. His head. And then you're going to get the back of it right there. So you got to glue the back of his head to him. It fits in pretty nice. It's pretty nice, not exactly nice. So let me see if I can wiggle it around a little bit. Yeah, I'll glue to it. Alright, so I'm going to drop in there. So we want this to bond and kind of like melt with it to get that seal in and get it perfect. These are a little bit thinly. So I'm going to take my little pinchers. Push that in there. Oh. Oh, in retrospect, I was pushing the head in the wrong way, so that's why it wasn't fitting so well. But there we go, so we got that nice head. Oh, let that dry. Next piece will be the scythe arm and this little the shoulder part. So you have the scythe arm like that, and the shoulder piece fits in like that. Okay, perfect. So put a little drop in that joint. Boop. Fit that in. Push. There we go. Let that dry. He also, and this actually says directions 1, 2, 3, 4 how to put this stuff on. So the first thing we're going to do is this shoulder piece. Shoulder piece right here, or back piece. That is his back piece. Okay. So, always dry fit. See how it fits in, like that. All right. So we're going to actually put glue on the bottom of this, so it actually connects where it connects. Push that down. Oop, push that down. So that's the first part. Second part will be to take our head, put that on, and so that's going to fit like that. Alright, so we say put straps. Right there. Oh, that's a little much, I'm going to try to wick it away. Nah, that's a bummer, but it's not too bad. So like that. Alright, he's coming too. Still a little top heavy. That's okay. Now we're going to get that arm piece in there. Oops. A little ball joint, that's pretty neat. So this is the third step. Try and maneuver away with all the legs and all that, so you don't want too many pieces like stuck. Oh man, that locks in there nice. Ooh, that was a good fit. It always amazes me how these 3D artists can actually get this done. And now last bit, his other arm's going to put a little dot at where it connects to the other arm, and dot at the shoulder. And that fits just like. Oh my goodness, that's actually one of them. That's well done. Yeah, so I was saying, like, the 3D artists, like how they design these models to be built. Like, the artists do their thing, like, you know, hey, this is what we want that to look like. And the 3D artists make that idea a reality. And it's just bonkers to me how they do that sometimes. So yeah, that is the Huntmaster. I'm gonna put. I hope that wasn't anything. I am going to put a bug on him or two, because hey, spear bugs are neat. So let's attach him to his base. Bases don't really need too much work. This is where I'm a little more liberal with the plastic to make sure I have a strong, secure base. I'm going to set him a little back. Now you're like, Sean, why wouldn't you put him dead center? He's the main model. Well, I have cool stumps. And no, I don't mean that I've cut off my fingers in this 3 seconds of recording. Is I have some resin stumps I got from Green Stuff World, and I think it would look really cool with this guy. Okay, so here we have 3 stumps. I picked the ones I think would go best to this guy. So first one, okay, I'm liking that. It's a big bit of the model is a thing, there's a big bit of, like, it kind of takes up there, so it takes away from his feet, which isn't bad. I got this one, which is like half of him. It's not bad though either, kind of very central. And then this little one, I think, I kind of like the little one, because then I think I can like put a bug on it and it's not too high, it doesn't obscure the model. Okay, I think we're going to go with this little one. Alright, so for these little guys, I'm going to use that Hobby Town glue. Because I don't know how resin really works with the Citadel plastic glue. I'm going to put it right there. Like a little bit underneath. Let me put a little more forward. There we go. Not exactly underneath him. So, and I think we'll put one of those little bugs on top of that stump. Alright, so we got these little buggy guys. Oh, let's see if I can get that in focus. They're very tiny. These little buggy guys. I actually have two of them because I'm thinking the scythe, and so like I'm thinking like scything claws, and like the bugs would be more, I don't know, predatorial and feral. So put that right there. Get it into the stump. Blow on a little bit. Oh. That's gonna stick my finger out. Okay. So it's setting. I'm gonna get him right there. Another thing I could have done, and like, you know, in retrospect, it probably would have been a really great idea, was green stuff. As in, make a little bit of green stuff, put it in the stump, and then put the bug in the green stuff, so it sets much better. But okay, there we go. And now we're gonna do, so this one is plastic, so we use plastic glue. A little stone right there. So it's like a little army. Turn around, little dude. Alright, there you go. Little army of Scythe. Oh no! So there we go. Oh, alright. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I always think of Archer when I say that. The Russian henchman guy says it all the time. Alright, there we go. I'm going to try not to touch it. Let it set for a little bit. Hey, you know what? I'm going to light. I'm going to actually... no, see, he's moving around a little bit. I want to see how it looks. So give me the exact right spot we want. Oh, don't get glue on your fingers, because then everything attaches to you. Alright. So, yep, he's looking pretty cool. I'm going to get this guy to actually sit, and we'll take a look at him afterwards. Alright, so that guy's sitting pretty there. Got the bugs and the warrior, the Kurnoth Huntmaster. I think a pretty cool start to this Sylvaneth Warcry Warband. And now I'm going to get you guys the Greatsword and the bow. Great bow. But all the big pieces, the body, and all that, and the head, we'll do separate. I'll do myself, and we'll just show you put it on the weapon. It's pretty much the same concept for each of them. So I forgot a very simple step of putting the shoulder pads on. So kudos to them, he still looked cool without the cool shoulder pads, but there we go. And I'm trying to avoid touching that little guy over there. And so, oh, that's too much of a big drop. Gosh darn it. That's the problem with using older glue. There we go. Push that in. That drips. Luckily, it's went into the seams of it. Alright, so that's not too bad. So, it's much better with those shoulder pads on. here, so we have a Kurnoth Hunter Great Bow we're building. I have the legs all assembled. Now we're going to work on the head and the arms, and then the beetle of quivers. So then we're going to put that dot right there. I'm just going to slide that headpiece right inside. So yeah, kind of like this thorny look. I really like these guys' faces. It'd be very neat to dry brush. So we got the head, and then we got the arms, got a hole in the arrow. I kind of went for this one because it had like the dynamic with the arrow inside, with the arrow. So it wasn't just a bow and some quivers, it was like the arrow pulled back. So I thought it looked very cool. Alright, so this is how it's going to go. That's the, like that and like that. Oh, go on, fit in there. There we go. Let's do a little quick dry fit. Yeah, oh, the bar. Let's get that back in there. Yeah, push it in. Push it in. Oh, it's definitely melting. As these do with the plastic though. Crud. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to leave it like that. So that way it's time to set. Alright, so that's our second piece. So the bow itself is actually pretty easy. So we're just going to step a little bit on there. And I'm just going to slide that just like that. Oops, sorry, that's my notifications. Alright, so there we go. Got the bow. And actually, while we wait, let's take a look. There we go. Oh, goodness. I might have the wrong shoulder pad. I'll have to double check on that. So both of these, a little dot right there. And these ones have little pegs, so they don't match. Alright, so you found the right shoulder piece this time. I just looked at the numbers correctly, so what we'll do is a little dot right there on the shoulder. And it's basically like that. Let's push it right in. There we go. Very cool. Let's get that head on there. There we go. Push that down. There we are. Very cool. Alright, now I think we should be able to handle that arrow arm a little bit better. Since I had a little time to dry. Squeeze right into. Oh, come on. Alright. It's a little bit hard to. I'm trying to work with it and give you guys a good shot. So, oh, then there's the shoulder pad coming off. Okay, a screw shoulder pad I can work with later. This is a bit more important. There we go. Alright, there we go. Much better. Just gotta. There we are. Fit that piece in the back. Ah, goodness, it's all falling apart. Just name a very good literary book. Things fall apart, I should say. So we need to swivel that so it's kind of. It was resting before, so I had a good spot. So let's do that. Alright, so now. Alright, we're just going to peel that off. Alright. So I think, because I'm trying to set this with you guys watching, I messed up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get that together right now, and then we'll come back to it. Alright, so I did something. What happens when I tend to find the plastic glue isn't drying fast enough or just started to fall apart on me, I use the super glue. Hobbytown stuff. So it kind of saves me, sets a little bit faster sometimes. So that worked out okay. Not like say I could have done a little bit better, but so let's reapply the shoulder pad. It's falling off there. I think that was, yeah, it's upside down. We have another shoulder pad. And I picked the wrong one again. Alright, now we got the right one. It's got that little socket in it. That's what we'll do. We'll put that dab of that in the socket. And then we'll put that on the shoulder. And we have the Kurnoth Hunter is almost ready. Let's get at his little friend. So what I did, since I didn't make a bow master of the huntsman variety, I'm going to do I'm using his little bug because I thought the bug looked a little bit cooler. And that's kind of like the name of the game with any of these miniatures things is the rule of cool for the most part. If it looks cool, do it. You know, don't let someone discourage you because they don't think it looks cool. It's what you think looks cool, what you think is neat, and like sets your army unique from others. File this down a little bit more. There we go. Push that arrow back in there. Back on now. Yeah. And this little guy is bumped on his back. Like some arrow crab. I like it. Like arrow bug crab. I don't know. It doesn't look a lot cooler than like the like slithering thing that had this one that kind of had like it actually kind of looks like a Ravager from World of Warcraft. And it's a really specific example, but it's got the 4 legs and like the mouth with the body, but like no arms. So I like this. It seems more practical, I guess. But again, we're talking about spirit trees, so that's iffy as is. So let's get this guy on his base. So put that generous right there, and pop him down. Again, we're not going to do completely center. Oh, trying that a little bit swivel. Ah, crud. Come on. That's what we do is you want that bug guy right with him. Alright. Let's see on that. And let me see how this bug guy. He lies flat. I don't know. Alright, let's put a little on his belly. Can't hurt. There we go. A little on the belly. Put him right there. And make connection. So there we go. That is the great bow version of a Kurnoth Hunter. Oh, okay, yeah, that's not gonna work. So okay, let's get his feet. Let's put the little glue on his feetsies. Super glue. Little dabs. There. Oh, push that guy down a little bit, push him down, boom. There we go. So I have the Kurnoth Hunter with the bug. Nope, the bug's a little bit more shifty than I would like him to be. So that's okay. Oh, it's good to my finger. Bug attack. Alright, next one. Our last one will be the Greatsword. Last but not least, the Kurnoth Greatsword. So you have the body, it's got that cool like forward facing foot as I wanted. And so we're going to do, we're going to start working on the first piece, which will be the head. So the first thing that goes in is, oh actually, little bit goes into a little bit. Oh. A little bit goes into a little bit, just like that a bit. How does it go? Oh, like that. That's not wholly unnecessary and pieces. Alright, cool. I'll use the attach to the back like that. And then see, I use like a weird like light touch with a lot of things. That way, like I don't break apart the pieces. And then we'll get to the light touch and push it in. There we go. Ooh, there's the head. Alright. So yeah, the head. Now this part is a little bit easier. The other pieces have more like arm joints. This is like one solid arm. Like that. It's over the shoulder. Like that. Okay, there we go. That fit in pretty good. Just like that. And this part we will glue there, and we'll put a little dot and this little dot there because that's where the arm connects to the rest. Just like that. That went in super easy. I like that. Alright, so now let's work on the shoulders because those will be nice and solid. The little dots, get that chemical reaction going. Let's take a look at the image. Oh, here we go. This should be it right here. Yep. There's that one, and twist it around. This piece will fall in right there. Ta-da. Oh. Ta-da. Ta-da. Come on. Come on. You twiggy jerk. Let's put this one else. Like that. Perfect. And last but not least, the head. Just like that. There we go. So there's a Kurnoth Hunter with a Greatsword. So it's a good variety. For a Warcry, this is a very good variety. Okay, so we're going to do slightly off center again. I'm going to use a super glue this time. I think this is the base a little bit quicker. Come on. Glue's almost done. Alright, so let's get that a little off center. And then we can do another tree like that. Not bad. I don't want to. The thing what I don't want to do. Sorry, I slid off. The thing I don't want to do though. See, that one's a big. It's a big tree. Kind of obscures you, and you got that skull there. So I'm thinking I choose another smaller tree. Stump. Oh, there we go. There's a nice little stump. I think that one fits nice and fine. Let's do super glue again. Push. Alright. Slide it in there. Perfect. Actually, let's move that back a little bit and push it down again. Yeah, get that super glue in there. Still want to see the skull. Well, actually, I should probably put some more on. I moved it. There we go. Still see the skull, but what I'm thinking, I have a box of skulls, put a skull underneath its foot about to be smashed. That can be real neat. Alright, so we're going to do a few things. I want a spear guy on there. We'll get these little tiny skulls in there. A spear guy on his shoulder too. So let's see. First things first. We'll get the super glue. And squeeze. Get that extra thick part out. This sound looks weird. And then we're gonna this guy on the curve of it just like that. And hold him there. Blow on a little bit. What I got some super glue on my finger. I'm gonna wipe that off. So that actually makes it hard to for the models to adhere, because then they're trying to adhere to your finger and not the other model. So hold it like that. Oh, okay, you know what? Let's do green stuff. So what I'm doing, I'm taking out my green stuff right now. And what green stuff is, so you're about to find out. This is my older, yeah, this is the newer stuff. Okay. Alright, so it's putty that's like that, but it's two pieces. So what you generally do is I'll take a scalpel. Depending on the size, I'll cut a thin sliver right across, and you save. Oh, come on! Save the rest of that for later. A little bag, kind of saving. I had green stuff that lasted me from Afghanistan in 2011 to today, or not today, but present time. It was tough, it was hard to work, but it still worked. And you take it, nope. You take it, mix the two colors together, and roll it around. Alright. So you notice it starts to become green. Yellow and blue do make green, and green stuff is highly moldable. Very pliable, but hardens very nicely. So, see that? And we don't need that much. That's the only problem, is that making thin slivers. Alright, so what we're going to do, get that, put a little bit on that tree. Make it natural looking as possible. Excess, push this in just like that, and then I actually have some sculpting tools that I picked up from a place in Tampa. So I'm going to smooth it down, and I'll put some lines in it. Make it look a little bit like that wood of that tree. Maybe a weird outgrowth. There we go. So, not the best. I'm not the best sculptor, obviously. But hey, it looks decent. It's now affixing that model, and I'm going to push that a little bit more. There we go. It's now affixing that model, so it actually looks like it's more flying. It's more naturally looking like it's flying. So that was a impromptu, but very useful show on green stuff. So now let's get these skulls. So I'm going to want one right back here. Looks like he's kind of crushed already. So he's got like this broken, oh, let's see if I can get it. It's really hard to see in my hands. Broken, cracked skull. Put there. He's crushed, like he's already stepped on this one. Now, underneath, we'll have another, and we're gonna take our tweezers, rotate them around. There we go. Just boop, boop. Come on. Use gravity a little bit. There we go. Push that guy. There we go. Got that, and last little piece of this resistance. I was thinking, do a little firefly in his shoulder, but you don't want to distract too much from the model. So let's see. Yeah, I like him being have a little swarm around him. All right, so just come off one of the shoulders, all nice and pretty, like right around right there. So put a little bit on that leaf. Oh, this has a dot on it. Never mind. What is it? Oh no, it's on its back. No, that's not cool. So let's see, right there. Put that right in the crook of it. There we go. Let's let it rest. Blow maybe a little bit. All right. Eventually that will stick. As it melts. On there. So you guys see kind of looks. I'm gonna let it set, and we'll show all 3 Kurnoth Hunters. All right. So we did get it set pretty quick. It's gonna be real delicate about it. So we have our Huntmaster right here. Next we did the Great Bow Kurnoth, and then the Greatsword Kurnoth. And like I say, I kind of like this guy because he's got like that menacing with skull stomping, and it's like he's disturbed a swarm of spirits or bugs and they're flying around him. So thank you guys all for watching. Again, I apologize for the lack of updates. I've been trying to get some stuff done, some painting picked up, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to hopefully get more out to you. I did get a new audio device. Hopefully that is working out today. And I hope it helps. Now guys, you have a great day. Thank you for joining me on this adventure of building these Kurnoth Hunters. And you all, don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day.